In this lesson, I want you to solve quadratic equations by using the quadratic formula. I want you to use the discriminant to determine the number and types of roots of quadratic equations. I think it's pretty obviously that our vocabulary word is going to be the quadratic formula and discriminant. First thing we're going to do is we're going to solve the general form of the quadratic equation of ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. I'm going to complete the square. When we complete the square, the first thing I want to do, I want to move c to the other side. So then we're going to get ax squared, ax squared plus bx, well, that'll equal to negative c. Well, then I can't have a leading coefficient of the x squared, so I'm going to divide both sides by a. So we're going to get x squared plus b over ax equals negative c over a. Now, let's find half of middle term. So I take 1/2 of b over a, and I square that. Well, half of b over a is b over 2a. When you square that, you get b squared over 4a squared. So we're going to add that to both sides. So I'm going to add b squared over 4a squared. So I'll say plus b squared over 4a squared. Now let's factor that. So we're going to factor the left side. We're going to get x plus b over 2a squared. Now I need a common denominator. My common denominator is 4a squared. So my first term, I'm missing the 4a, aren't I? So I'll say negative 4ac plus b squared. Now, I'll take the square root of both sides. So we get x plus b over 2a equals, well, I'm going to rewrite the numerator. I'm going to put the b squared first, if that's okay. So I'm going to say the square root of b squared minus 4ac. My a looks kind of sick there. Let me rewrite that a. Well, the denominator, I can take the square root of 4 and the square root of a squared. Well, the square root of 4 is 2. The square root of a squared is a. So that will be over 2a. Then to get x by itself, I'm going to subtract b over 2a from both sides. Forgot my plus or minus there. Notice I got a common denominator. I'm going to write the b first because I want to write the plus or minus second. So x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. That is the quadratic formula. It doesn't matter if we can factor it or graph it. We can always use the quadratic formula to solve it.